Good morning, Big Fork High School. It is Monday, January 16th. I'm Evelyn.
And I'm Piper.
And this is NC Squared. Tomorrow, girls JV and varsity basketball will be home against Lincoln and boys are away. Wrestling will compete in Superior.
Wednesday, C-Team boys and girls basketball will be away in Hamilton.
Friday and Saturday, speech and debate is away for divisionals tournament at Dunton High School.
Saturday, wrestling is in Thompson Falls and swim will also be in Butte. Also, all JV and varsity basketball will be away at St. Ignatius.
Seniors who will be gaining senior privilege next semester need to fill out the paperwork and get it signed by a parent. Leaving campus early will be pending until grades are finalized for semester 1. You must have C's or better. If you already have senior privilege, you do not need to fill out a new form.
Now let's give it up to Sean for a song recommendation of the week.
A tear, a sigh, a love that changes, and then goodbye. You ready?
Not mine.
Impressive, I guess. Alright, hello everybody. I'm back from my sickness, which was quite the viral flu thing. I don't know. Anyways, what did I do for it? This little PSA before we start. Drank some kvass, fermented beet juice. Drank some sauerkraut, and ate a bit of it. Had some raw garlic, smash it for 6 seconds. 6 minutes. And then you chow down on it with some honey so you don't vomit, because you'll want to. Chase it with some apple cider vinegar. And along with some heavy breathing, which borders on hyperventilation, you will get better. Okay, kids? Anyways, song recommendation of the week, another shout out to the late 80s, might have even been 1990, Tugboat by Galaxy 500. Is it 500? 5,000. I'm forgetting. Wait 1 second.
Last time it was 500.
It's 500.
Attention all juniors, the Horatio Alger National Scholarship is now open and valued at $10,000 to $25,000. It is due March 15th and you can apply now. Eligible students' household income should be $55,000 or less. If you meet this criteria, apply now and see Mrs. Munson for any questions.
There have also been a lot of scholarships added to the Google Sheets page. Please check it often and see Miss Munson with any questions.
Now let's hand it over to our weatherman, Stormin Norman.
Hello, Big Fork citizens. This is Stormin Norman, back in the newsroom for weather forecasting. Monday and Tuesday will be cloudy with a possible snowfall and highs in the 30s. Wednesday and Thursday are forecasted to be snowy again, still in the 30s with the lows in the 20s. For the rest of the week, the temperatures will remain around freezing. Prepare for more snow, clouds, and maybe a bit of sun, which would be good for producing that healthy shine on Pravecchio's head we all love to see. This has been Stormin Norman with your Big Fork weather forecast. Back to you, Evelyn and Piper.
Thank you, Stormin. The end of the semester is coming up. If you need to drop a year-long class, please come see Miss Munson for a drop form. It needs to be signed by a parent and your teacher, as well as the counselor.
Now let's check into the counseling office for some self-care tips and tricks by Miss Munson.
Good morning. I was asked to talk a little bit about self-care in light of the fact that we're nearing the end of the semester and stress can be high. And I think it's important to remember just a few tips and tricks about self-care that you can do to help yourself get through finals and kind of make yourself the best student that you can be. I think the number one thing to do is get a good night's rest. According to the CDC, teenagers need 8 to 10 hours a night, and I know a lot of teenagers in this school that do not get that much sleep. So especially during finals when you're really stressed and you're studying a lot, make sure you manage your time so that you can get the proper amount of sleep, because it's going to be very important for the next few weeks especially, but always in your life. It's also important to think about what you're eating, nutrient-rich foods, making sure you're getting your protein, your veggies, your fruit. That's super important. And as far as mental health, I think it's important to find your inner dialogue and really talking positively to yourself can be a big deal because you're going to believe it after you've said it enough to yourself. I think sometimes affirmations, some people can think they're cheesy or that they don't work, but I think if you have like a mantra inside that you kind of repeat over and over to yourself, that positive self-talk can be a huge factor in how you do in school and how you're feeling in your everyday life about coming to school. Because it's hard here in the Flathead, it's dark, it's dreary, we can sometimes feel down. So I think positive self-talk is important. Also remembering that self-care isn't selfish. I think even if you feel like you need to study all night, it's better to take care of yourself than to take an extra 3 hours and study up to 3 or 4 in the morning. So think about that. Also, I always remind students about filling your ARF. If you remember the mantra from your elementary, middle school days that we've talked quite a bit about. ARF stands for achievement, respect, fun, and freedom. Achievement is like how you're doing in school. So thinking about if you're feeling like your bucket is empty and you need to fill it, one of those areas might need work. So you might need to take a few hours off and do something fun for yourself, like go outside, go skiing, or do something fun on the weekends. And remembering to incorporate that into the stressful school period that's coming up. So make sure that you fill your ARF, take care of yourself, get lots of rest, and have a great rest of the semester.
There are no birthdays today.
From NC Squared, I'm Evelyn Viho.
And I'm Piper Lee.
Have a wonderful week and please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance